Okay, we want to welcome everybody to our macro moment trading seminar slash compound stock earnings. You can go to our website, which is www.micromomenttrading.com. It's also the original or the latest compound stock earnings site. All the programs we do in both operations are in that one website. And be sure and sign up for the free cow report, which comes out every Friday. And it's a long email that has all kinds of letters in it, emails in it from our clients asking questions, telling us how they're doing, all kinds of stuff, and then us guys answer a lot of those. They're all in that cow report email, and it's free. It's totally free. It's been published now for about 20 years, and you can also buy our books off of those sites also. So and also off the cow report, I think. Anyhow, we had a great day today in the micro moment trading. Made about 12% net. Had one even trade, one small loss, two small losses. One of them less than 1%. One of them about 1.9%. But we netted out 12%, which is good for the day. And we're going to have a good week this week. And we have one more day to go, which is tomorrow, and it'll be the end of our tomorrow will be the end of our 44th week as a subscription service. We've been doing this for a long time, about 3 years, 4 years, but as a subscription service. And so far, we're up through the end of last week, Friday. We're up 4,845.95%, 112.69% a week on average. So we have Micah with us, and Micah trades the micro moment. Tim's with us; he trades it, and then we've got our oldest member here, been with us forever, is Randy, and we had Keith on here a while ago, and he couldn't get his mic working; he just disappeared. But Randy's going to talk about all our other services, and he's got a version of the micro moment trading. It just lasts a little longer. And so why don't we start off with Randy, and why don't you bring everybody up to date and where they can find all your seminars and all the stuff you do in the cow report and or the website, and why don't you take off?
Oh, good morning, everyone.
One more thing.
Yep.
If you want to ask any questions, just type it in, and it'll show up on our screen here, and we'll address any questions you want to talk about. Okay, go ahead, Randy.
I'm just looking at the micro moment trading that I did today, but I actually trade all the different types of things that have been taught over the years at Compound Stock Earnings. And right now I teach our advanced charting webinar. And the advanced charting is proprietary software that is the parent, so to speak, of the trade the moment or micro moment trading intraday streaming charts. The advanced charts are basically on a daily basis, and they take 21 technical indicators and kind of roll them all into one chart. And we teach a easy to learn and interpret way of looking at those charts to find when the start is of a new rising cycle or declining, depending on the direction of the market. Right now, the trend of the market is still up, even though the current cycle is wild. This is I've been doing this for 14 years, and even during the big decline back in 2008, 2009, it wasn't this wild. But going back and forth, 1,000 up, 1,000 down, 1,000 up, 1,000, that's wild. But so the cycle of the market right now is downward for the last 2 weeks, because 2 weeks ago we were at all-time highs. The trend is still up, so we're still looking for rising cycles. So we go through the charts and look for the beginning of the rising cycle, buy a call and sell it for a profit as it goes up. And so we go through that every Monday morning, live in the market, teach over and over. We look at 30, 40 charts and find those positions. Now, this Monday, I didn't enter any. This market is just so wild. It changes on a micro moment. So you need to be doing the micro moment trading.
Technique. That's right, yeah.
Instead of the overall, what we call momentum trading, which, as Joe said, takes usually a day or two or three for those trades to finish out. And right now, with this volatility, where you have no idea from one day to the next which direction this thing's going. So we hold off this week, but there are some charts that we're looking at that are rising. So even in this declining market, there's things like GILD and Moderna and gold and TLT, and there's still charts that go up even if the market's going down. There's charts that go down when the market goes up. So it's just a matter of searching and finding them. And so we do well in that. And also those charts can say, hey, there's just not a good time to get into the market. So as people say, cash is a position as well. So nothing wrong with just hanging on to your money.
It's the best position.
Yeah.
At times that can be the best position. You just kind of sit this one out and wait.
So what are your returns on average overall? Because you do so many different techniques.
Well, the momentum trades are, I just shoot for 5%. So in and out in the week for about 5% return. Other people get higher returns than that because you could just watch the chart and just stay in it as long as it looks like it's going up. But I just like to close it out for 5%.
Yeah, that's sort of like what we do with the back moment. You know, we'll get in, like both these guys will say, "Hey, I've just got out, made three cents, and I'm going to get back in right now." You know, you just go back and forth.
Yeah, and that's the main thing is you can always get back in. I mean, the market goes up and down, so once you get out, you can always get back in.
Yeah, let me give everybody a little history on what Randy does. The traditional covered call, that's what we started off with in the original book, Covered Calls and Leaps of Wealth Option.
Look at this.
And I know you're over there doing micro moment deals, Tim.
I'm sorry. Till you call on me, I'm going to make some money.
Okay.
I'm not making the money because I'm talking. So I just saw the chart though; it just headed up.
But what we do, what a long time ago we started doing those covered calls about 20 years ago.
Nice.
And Randy joined us a few years later. And what we're doing, you buy stock, and except instead of buying the stock, we try to use what's called a leap, and so we get leverage without a lot of leverage without the use of margin, so we don't risk anything. Then we rent that stock or we rent that leap. Just like real estate. And we're not trying to make money on that stock or on that leap back going up or down, because in the extensive manual, 300 something pages on covered calls and leaps, you can, no matter which way the thing's going, you can continue to produce, in this case, 5%. It used to be 5% a month 20 years ago, and you turn 10,000 to 3.5 million in 10 years compounding. Now, because of all the changes that in the platforms have gotten so efficient, and now there's no commissions on those platforms. Fantastic. And then the CBOE has done so many fantastic things as far as our technique is concerned. They've never done one single thing over 20 years that has been negative to our technique for traditional covered calls. And so it used to be Randy would make 5% a month, and that's what we told everybody that was our goal. And now that was when we just had one option expiration. That was on the third Friday of each month. They still have the third Friday of each month, but now so many of the stocks, not all of them, but hundreds of them have Friday expirations, and some of them have Wednesday and Monday expirations now. Mm-hmm. So you got a Friday expiration, you can make 5% on every Friday. So instead of making 5% a month, which was fantastic, you can now make 20% a month doing traditional covered calls, and you never worry about the stock going up and down. All you have to do is make sure you got a good stock, one that meets certain basic criteria, and then going to go out of business. In our toolbox, it gives you those every day. It gives you the highest yielding ones, and you just want the thing to stay in business. It can go down incredibly, it can go up incredible, and you're going to continue to make your 5% a week no matter what happens. And he has another technique. He's got several of these sort of invented. One of them is fantastic. A lot of people like dividends, and they like to own a stock and just collect the dividends. Well, dividends, percentage-wise, aren't usually a whole lot. Well, we have a version that's absolutely works 100%. You can't do anything to make a lot more money. That's to buy stock, or you got a stock. Let's say you got a stock and you're living off the dividends. We have a technique where you go in there, you sell on a monthly basis, and out of the money, strike price. And if you don't get called out, you keep the premium, you keep the money that you rented the thing for, and you do it again for the next month. If you get called out, it's always out of the money, which means if you get called out, you're going to make a profit on being called out. And then you just simply, now you got that profit, plus you got the premium you received. You just simply go back and buy the stock, and you're still getting your dividends. So you're easily, doubling, tripling, quadrupling returns versus what you're getting in dividends. And he's got a lot of things like that he teaches in charting courses and all kinds of things. And you can sign up if you go to that www Micro Moment Trading site. You'll find all his seminars and when he gives them, and so on and so forth, what they cost and everything. So it's pretty much incredible stuff. Now Keith's sitting down there. Oh, and he's also a baseball player. Travels all over the country and some countries playing baseball. And he's right now, I think you're in Atlanta, or are you in Phoenix? Which one? Atlanta?
Atlanta. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm in Atlanta, and it's nice and rainy.
There you go.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. And then
you're just down there.
Yeah.
Keith's been with us extremely long time. He's 12, 13, 14 years. And he has been doing the credit spreads. The seminar became less profitable return-wise. Still profitable, but not as great a return as other methods. And he's now pretty much spending most of his time doing the micro moment and doing absolutely fantastic. He attends our daily micro moment sessions, which we'll get to in a minute. And he's doing fantastic doing that. So now, Keith, why don't I turn back over to you? You kind of say what you used to do, and then how this transition to the micro moments changed your life, and you become a friendlier person now.
You lost 50 pounds.
Go ahead. We can't hear you. Yeah. There you go. Nope, can't hear you.
Close on this.
Can't hear you. Maybe he's not going to say anything.
Come on, push.
Oh, Keith, can you sign?
Sign on, Keith.
No, sign. Sign. What do you call it? Not just sign.
Sign language.
Sign language, yeah. Okay. Well, Keith, we're just going to sit here and look at you. We're not going to listen to you. Okay. Okay. Now, Tim and Micah trade the micro moment. It's fast. We have something here for everybody. You got everything you need dealing with Randy, and you can stay in trades. You can do one trade a month. You could buy a stock and sell a covered call and not look at it for an entire month until expiration date, and then you check and see you either called out and made a profit, or you weren't called out, you still made a profit. And you don't have to do anything. It's just buy the stock, sell the call, and that's it. Or you can do all kinds of things, even approaching a little bit longer micro moment trading that he does. Now, Tim and Micah are fast trades where you're only in them for 30, 45 seconds at most. A lot of times people are only in 15 or 20 seconds, and then they're out. And these guys just do a session in the morning, hour and 15 minutes every morning when the market opens up at 3 o'clock Central. And then Keith, did I hear a sound? Okay. And they only work, sometimes they come in for a second session during the day if the market warrants it. But it's just a great way to trade. And Tim down there looks like he's trying to do some micro moment trading while we do the podcast here. So Tim, why don't you take it, and you and Micah kind of go over what y'all do and how your seminars are daily and only last about an hour. So
yeah, I can cut in. I want to first start off with the MVP of the day. Quincy absolutely destroyed us today.
Yeah, he did.
He beat us by such a large margin.
Was he doing SPY?
He was doing
Alibaba, yeah.
And he, after we left, he got another 22 cents.
Oh my gosh!
On multiple calls.
Really?
So guys, 22 cents. He got a 5 cent. Let's see. Yeah, 5 cent, 10 cent, another 10 cent, another 10 cent, another 10 cent, and then a 14 cent before that.
Okay, now remember when he says 10 cents and 5 cents, it's a lot of money because these are, take an average of $1. A contract has 100 shares, so let's say it's cost you $1. Then that 5 cents is 5%, and so you do these over and over and over during the course of the session, and you make one hell of a lot of money.
Was that 64 cents? I think I counted.
3 10s, a 14 is 44, and then a 22, which is 66, and then a 5.
Yeah, now these are clients that are doing that, and when we have that seminar every morning, they're on there and they can ask questions and make comments and things, and then they all report their earnings. And these are real trades. These real trades, and our people use real money, real trades, and you can sit there and subscribe to that service. And they've got their chart up there, which is just for our type trading. They spend a lot of money getting it made, and it's just amazing to see. They're not just saying this. You got other people telling turning their returns, and you learn to do that over the course of the session.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but no, it's been going good. It's been a very odd market for us as well. We're trying to teach some newcomers that are coming in, and it's a little bit difficult because like Randy said, this type of market doesn't happen. So we're kind of learning on the fly too. We've taken a couple losses due to platform things moving too fast, but we're adjusting to it. And
now let me say something here about that. The key to the micro moment trading, unlike Randy's, which has lots of rules. The key to the macro moments is one rule: if that sucker turns red on your screen, get out of it.
Yeah.
And they did that twice today, and one was a loss of loss of 0.004 of 1%, and one was 1.98%. Now those are no losses because they did 8 trades, and they still had a 12% profit for the day net of those losses. So the key is you learn to just get out of it. There's no other rules. You're dealing in good indexes, QQQs, SPYs, all that kind of stuff. Apple, non-index stock, but it's good stock. And the key is just to get out fast, so you don't have a 10 or 15 or 50% loss or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then just go back in. You're going to go right back in. We do not ever anticipate something going up. We're going to make a profit on the profit in the option. We don't care when the market opens. If the market's going down, we don't care if it's going up. We just want it to go one or the other. It's always going to go one or the other. We just won't, because we're not dealing with trying to make profits on the positions. Okay, I just had to interrupt you with that, Mike, or Tim, whoever's doing it. So.
Yeah, no, it's very true. But we've been able to adapt, quite well. Just keeping our trades super short. That's the nice thing about something like micro moment is, as we saw on Monday with that emergency rate cut, in 3 instants, it was, SPY went from 306 to 312.50. What does $6 do to an option? And if you were lucky enough to be in a call on that, there's no way of predicting that. There's no way of saying, like this, what are you going to do? So when you're in and out in less than a minute every time, the exposure you have to crazy events like that is so limited. Is it possible that you could get in and 20 seconds later it does something like that? Yes. But when you're in cash 99% of the day, which we really are, if you think of the whole day, we're in and out, probably less than 99% of the day we're in full cash. So it offers a lot of protection in really volatile, unknown times. Just based on the fact that you're not in it because the trades are so short. So,
hey, Michael, one day this week or last week, did the market drop something like the Dow drop something like 3,000 points during the course of a day?
13, I think.
Yeah, 13. Monday last, I believe.
Okay, and we may end up that day with that whole downward movement, and we ended up like 45 or 46% gain for the day.
Yeah, we stayed positive that day. So. Just the ability to do that. No long-term holdings is pretty nice. And we're in a spot where we can adapt and Quincy, our student, we've never talked about BABA ever. We've never talked about Alibaba.
Yeah, it's first I've heard of it.
Yeah. and he traded it today and killed it. So it really is an adaptive technique because it's not complicated. It's based on the fact that all stocks go up and they go down, and that's going to continue to happen. We want it to do it faster rather than slower, and that's it. So
And unlike day traders, and I talk about this all the time, who 85% of them lose all their money according to CBOE. We don't day trade. We don't talk day trade language. We've got a few rules, and you learn these rules when you attend their seminars. And when you attend their seminars, they'll say, "I'm prepping QQQ." That means get ready. And then you say, "Okay, I'm getting ready to do this strike. I'm going to enter it right now at $2, $2.01 or whatever." You do it too, and then within 30 seconds, he says, "Okay, I'm getting out." And sometimes he gets out for a very small loss, 0.0045 of 1% and 1.98, one or the other. So it's not something you sit there and mull and worry about and do all day. I mean, if you're in this for more than an hour a day, you're spending too much time doing it.
Hey, Joe, I'm going to jump in here real quick.
Sure.
We don't have many comments. 3, to be exact. First one is a simple "Hey" from Nuke Bomb.
Hey, Nuke. Oh, yeah.
Who's Nuke Bomb?
I don't know.
Oh,
It's interesting because while I watch this, I'm looking at some old footage from Hiroshima. So it's interesting to see that name.
Okay, well, here's Deshaun. And Sean's excellent. Sean had been doing this very long, and he told me one time he's just never going to learn it. He's never going to learn it ever. And he did, and he just makes incredible amounts of money, particularly on SPY. And he's saying, do y'all know how long Quincy has been trading the MMT technique? Now, Quincy's the one today that, in fact, Mike was talking about a while ago, that just was burning up the world. And I think it was mostly SPY, which is what Deshaun does primarily. So do you guys?
He's been on a while. I don't know how long.
Yeah.
At least a few months, but I remember seeing his name a while ago. He's kind of been a more quiet member in the kind of our how do you say that, inaugural class of micro moment. Eric asked where the BABA trades today in the delta range of 40 to 60. Probably not. He didn't talk much about exactly where he was trading it, but we're not hanging out at 40 to 60 delta right now. I had to explain this a couple times. Delta is a 0.4 delta is 0.40. That means 40 cents. Now, when the stock moves $1, that option is going to move 40 cents. Usually that's where we like to be, 40 to 60 delta, to get the movement we need. When everything is moving 5 to 6 times as much at every moment, you can work with a 20 delta. You can work with I think I've traded a 17 in this period because it's still, 17 or 20 cents to $1, but instead of moving $1 like it usually would, it moves 4. Everything is moving a lot more. So, 40 delta is nice because the prices are higher, but you don't need it like we do when we're trading in just a standard market. So.
There we go. Yeah.
Hey, Joe, just while they were talking, I did a micro moment on, of course I do SPX, but it was 2.0% in, let's see, 9 seconds.
Wow, that's fast for you.
It was as fast as I could put the order in.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
Okay. Okay, we've got a note here from a friend. It says, I only have traded futures long learning the curve.
I think he
How
means there's a
long
long learning curve for trading futures.
Okay. How long would it take to learn MMT techniques, worst and best case scenario?
That's a great question. I'll go ahead and handle that. I'll just take from my own experience. I started micro moment trading, I guess about 9 months ago, and I thought I'd learned everything there was in about 3 days. Then I did horribly, and then I decided to pay attention and really learn the technique. And I'd say in 2 to 3 weeks, I had it down. I could recognize the patterns, and I was profitable. And I've just been refining the same thing every day because we say the same thing day after day. It's not hard. It's repetition, just recognizing the patterns.
Yeah. Let's ask Deshaun. Hey, Deshaun, pop up there. How long did it take you? Because I know you started off, you were really negative, started off, didn't think you'd ever learn it, but you did pretty fast, I think. How long was it?
While he's typing in there, Joe, I just want to add one thing to what Tim says. That learning the technique, the process, learning how to read the charts and stuff, that only takes a little bit of time.
Yeah.
Controlling your emotions is
That's
the
it.
biggest thing that you got to learn.
Indeed.
And you got to learn that with the virtual trading. It's the greed and the fear will paralyze you. And you're going to get into a trade and you should get right out of it and you don't. You think it's going to go up, or you think you got to learn how to do that. And that's the biggest thing by following Micah and Tim to learn in and out, in and out. Like I just got in and out 9 seconds. Could I have gotten more profit? Probably. Could I have also turned it into a loss? Yes. So you have to learn that process that says, take it as quick as you can, get in and out. You can do it multiple times in a day if you need to earn more money. But that's what you really got to learn, is to control those emotions.
And see, Randy, that's why day traders lose all their money, because they're sitting there and they well, I know it's going to go up. I know it's well, they don't know anything, and then here is Joe number one. Joe number one. We named him Joe number one today because we had several Joes. He says, so this is Joe number one. Hello, guys. The original Joseph here. So that's why he's number one. I've been loving your training since the first of the year. I've made a couple mistakes and lost money, but I am making money now. And that's exactly what these guys are talking about.
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
Yeah,
So,
that is awesome. In the beginning of this conversation, I made 3 trades, did a 188 to 193 and a 178 to 180, a 182 to 188.
Yep.
So while we're in there, and I was in there for 15 seconds each.
be sure and send them to me so I can put them on tomorrow's trades. Here's a friend. How often do you meet with students when training? It's every day. They're not mandatory sessions, but it's every day from 8:30 Central Time. That's when the market opens. And the first, what we call the first session, lasts around an hour to an hour and 15 minutes. And they do, like today, they did all these 8 trades. Plus, they explain to you, they teach you how to do all this stuff. They're not just doing these trades and then sitting there in silence, particularly Micah, who's never taken a moment of silence. He has to fill it up with something. But and then they do that 5 days a week when the market's open. Some days the market's not open.
Yeah, we probably spend 80% of the time teaching.
Yeah.
Because we aren't in trades long, it gives us a lot of time to kind of explain what we're doing, what we're looking at, what we're looking for. So there's a lot of teaching that we do during the session.
If anyone on here is, I'll read Jay's and then I want to say something. Jay says, took me longer to unlearn my past than to learn this technique. Yeah, exactly, Jay. It's so different than anything I've ever seen. You really have to, pull yourself away from it and just realize this is something else entirely. Let's start fresh. And you can add from that. But in this last 4 minutes ago, there was a little low break on SPY here that I was going to buy. And I did. I filled at 110 and it pushed down a little bit, but the option didn't go with it. So immediately I started tightening up my bracket, tighten, and got out at 110 for flat. And the trade was 49.10. It was 21 seconds long. So if you look what it did, within the next minute, it was down to 105. In the next 2 minutes, it was down to $1, and within the next 3 minutes, it was down to 92 cents. $1.10. Like, there's no, should it have broken down? Yeah, probably. We were just on a push up, everything like that. But we don't care. We don't need to be right. We need to be out.
Yeah, that's right. That's a great way to say it. We need to print that on T-shirts. We don't need to be right. We need to be out.
I like that.
Yeah.
Here's Deshaun's time frame. 1 month to think I learned it, but 6 months for me to know what I know. And that he said that should be the worst case because I was too smart for my own good. And I've told him that. He sort of, he just does that all the time. But no, and he just does fantastic. Just fantastic. Making a lot of money. So, and you don't have to start off. People say, "Oh, you got to have to start off with a lot of money." No, you don't. You can start off with $2,000. Put that into an account. You're not going to pay any commissions when you do the trade. Subscribe to their service. Don't try to make what they make on a daily basis. just try to make 6% per week. Per week, just 6% per week on $2,000, and you just keep reinvesting that, compounding it once a week. You just do one trade a week, 6%. Okay, in 24 months, you're going to have about $500,000 or $600,000 in that account. Then you can do whatever you want to do, because if you just make 6% on that in a week, you're making 50 some odd $1,000 a week, and $30,000, whatever it is a week. So it's just you don't have to have a lot of money. I keep telling people all the time, they have kids graduate high school, send them off to some dumb school where they're not ever going to make any money, and they're going to have a huge debt. Give them $2,000, pay for the course for 6 months or something, and then they can from then on do it and make tremendous amounts of money, and then they can go off to school if they want to, or do whatever they want to do, because they're not going to spend more than an hour doing this on a daily basis. So, Frank, in your MMT class back in October, were you able to show your platform actions and what you're looking for in the price of the option in order to enter and exit a trade?
Yeah, we had the platform up in that.
Yeah, go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
Yeah, we had the platform up in that seminar on the projector, and we were able to show. Since then, we've done a couple times on the webinar where we brought up the trade station and show how we enter and exit and kind of what we're looking for on the option chain. Yeah, we go over some of that too. The majority, for anybody that isn't on there, the majority of the time is spent on the ICE charts, because the ICE charts, if you want your own, it's an added bonus. But if you just join the program, you can watch it from ours. So, we want to keep that up there for the people that don't have their own charts, so they're still able to trade. But we do go over that sometimes in extended sessions, things like that. But looks like Marcus has some more questions for us. Maybe?
No, that's the
That was
last one.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. You popped up your screen, so I didn't know if you were
Yeah, I was trying to mute myself.
coming in
Sorry.
hot. Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm going to jump out here to the end.
Yeah, here's the great thing about micro moment trading is we're just dipping our toe in at appropriate times, but we're in cash, and the best feeling is being in cash at the end of the day. I don't go to bed worried about an overnight position. It's just not part of our technique, and that's wonderful. If you like knowing exactly what you have, this is a great technique for that.
Especially in a market like this.
Yeah, especially in
Every morning you're waking up to a 600-point gap. Like, ouch. In either direction, who knows? We had a bunch more confirmed cases, and the market rallied 1,300 points on no news just because, just unprecedented stuff. It's dangerous.
Yeah. And what's really crazy is we thought we were seeing a true market correction going on. I know it went down 10%. Which technically qualifies as a correction, but it immediately started rising again. And we really need a good correction to get some volatility, good volatility back in the market, which is good for us, for our technique. But we're, looks like we're bouncing right back into the craziness, the overbought craziness.
Okay, baby, you walk through now. I got it on mute for the picture. Go ahead.
Joe, we can hear you.
Okay.
We can't see you though, so you're right. Your camera's visibly muted.
Okay, I'm back. There you go. I'm back.
Perfect. So yeah, biggest thing in this time is just to stay safe and cut profits quickly too. We're not moseying in these things trying to grab 50%. We're just taking profits. So
and you can do it from anywhere. Like I'm in Puerto Rico. So I only deal in pesos, and but it's not fun.
Yeah, I'd love to move to Puerto Rico. Capital gains tax.
Oh, I didn't tell Tim this morning my weather report.
Oh,
Are you ready for it, Tim?
Oh, go ahead.
Presently 82. It's 82. It's going to be 82 tomorrow, 82 Saturday, 82 Sunday. Monday's cold front's going to be 78. Tuesday 78. Back to 80 on Wednesday. Thursday and Friday 82, and Saturday 82 next.
Well, break out the jackets next week.
A cold front, he says.
Yeah, cold front's moving in. Here, poor Randy and I are just suffering through rain that is nonstop. I don't know if you've seen the river, Randy. I'm in Johns Creek, and it's about overflowing its banks here.
We have seminars. We had our first seminar. We only had one on Micro Moment. We've been doing seminars for 20 years. And we had our first one in downtown Fort Worth. And people came in. We limited to 25 people, I think, 22 or 25 people, because we never had done one on Micro Moment. And it was presented in a really neat hotel on the main street down there. And people flew in from all over the place. And it was great. We had a dinner and a cocktail party the day we ended the seminar. It was just a one-day seminar, and people really learned a lot and got to meet people like Tony. Tony's not with us at the moment. He's in the reserves. So he's off doing duty for the country. But Tony and Micah made a great presentation. Tim wasn't with us then, and Tim will be participating in the next time. So we're planning another one. We did plan it for March, and then things just got away. Very difficult. Little Rock's really growing, and there's a lot of construction going on in new hotels. So they're kind of short on space. But we'll get one up here in April or May, and get another one. It'll be, except the second one will be online and in person. So.
Yep. Can't wait.
Yep.
Sounds like a.
How many deals have you done, Tim, while you were sitting here doing the?
Just those two. I'm keeping an eye out, but just those two.
Yeah, that put almost got me in. Would have been 190 to 124, but I pansied out.
Yeah, I was looking at it, but it does what it's usually doing, which is that sharp turn.
Yep, exactly. And you don't know when that's going to come. So
yeah, which is why we get out quickly.
Yep.
Okay, go.
Yeah. No, it's been going great.
One other thing too is when we met Micah, he's 22 now. He was only 15 or 16, and he came to one of our CSE cruises in the Caribbean with his brother. And so not only do you learn a lot of market stuff here and how to make a lot of money doing this, but if you notice behind Tim, he's got a lot of guitars. And Micah and Deshaun, after the seminar was over and after we had the dinner on Saturday night, and the seminar was over, they went out and found some places where they could do, what do you call it?
Karaoke.
So they sing karaoke, and Micah came in second on this cruise ship now. He was only 15 or 16, came in second karaoke championship. And our engineer, who doesn't show his picture up here, every now and he says something, he has a great band, and they do gigs around, and so we put together. At the next seminar, live, and we'll put together all this. We have live entertainment. You and Deshaun doing karaoke, Micah, and we'll get Tim in there with his guitars, and I don't think Randy plays anything. So
he plays baseball.
He plays baseball. That's right. He plays baseball. That's right. Yeah.
I could bring the bat.
There you go.
Well, if we don't have any more questions, we can pull this to an end. Getting time for lunch. Remember, we're 2 hours ahead of Central. Here's Frank. Have you put any of the MMT sessions on YouTube that have the platform access? Oh, absolutely.
I think
we keep 4 or 5 over there all the time, and we record like today's. We recorded live, and I had to go on there in a couple of days, and it's just like you're there. That doesn't help you because the trades obviously are old, but you can sure learn the processes and stuff. And
I'm not sure which one it is, Frank, because they're all, we just label them with a date. We don't give them a title or anything.
Yep.
So I'm not sure which one it is. You might have to skip through them, but I know there's at least one, unless it's been deleted. So yeah.
Well, Deshaun has another comment here. He says, at a friend, you can learn this technique in 1 to 2 weeks, investing the time, 5 to 8 hours, and subscribing to your own charts with a big if you're going to get it simple with no emotions and no guessing.
Yep.
You're not going to have the chart that we have, because the chart that we have takes into consideration of what we're doing, and that chart tells you when to trade. You're typically not going to get that in just off the wall chart somewhere. But anyhow, you can give it a try. So, well, does anybody, if there's any other questions, ask them now, because we usually run this about 45 minutes, 30, 40 minutes. It's been on 40 minutes now. You
Very
guys,
good, friend, it's the time frame of learning is not really something we can comment on. We're going to show you as much as we can, but we have an open question box. In a lot of days there's not really any technical questions asked, so it's really up to you guys.
and you can do it virtually.
Yep.
Virtual is just like the real thing, and so you don't have to risk a penny. You can do it virtually, and then when you start having good results doing it virtually, then throw a few bucks in there, and it's the exact same trading platform. Your virtual trading platform is going to be the exact same one that you're going to be doing your real trading on. It's just not going to have real money. It's going to have the trading outfits give you $100,000 or something like that to start off with. It's just virtual money. So,
Guess we were right about this put, Tim.
Yeah. Yep.
What
Still
happened?
going down.
It's moving down heavy.
Yeah.
It's at 136 now. Got all the way down to 990. Oh no, that was earlier.
Okay, Tim, are these the two trades?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
Let's see.
It's like Elizabeth Warren just dropped out too.
Yeah.
Did she? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was kind of expecting that. Wow, we're definitely in a put behavior here now. Wow.
Very true.
Randy,
Awesome.
when's your next game somewhere?
Our season will begin in April as soon as it quits raining.
Yeah.
We'll start playing one game a week.
Yeah.
And then the tournament, Memorial Day, I think, will be the next tournament.
Yeah. Well, you come down. You've been to Puerto Rico once or twice. Because they're baseball crazy down here, and they have those big dance. Yeah.
Yep. There's a stadium in almost every town down there.
Yeah.
It is crazy.
Okay, guys, I got to go to lunch, so we'll end this thing. And no more questions. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Go to our website, www.micromomenttrading.com. You can sign up for the free Cow Report. You can read all about what we're doing. You get you get the Cow Report letter, which is free. Like I said, email every Friday. You go out tomorrow, and you can see what people are doing and what their comments are. And we publish every letter we get, and we don't change them. That's exactly what they are. So thanks, guys. Appreciate it. We'll see y'all in the morning. And don't forget, tomorrow is our big Friendly Friday day, because people can actually talk on their phone and ask questions and stuff. They don't have to type them into the webinar thing. So, okay. Well, thanks, everybody. See y'all later.
Awesome.
All right. Bye, guys.
Have a good weekend. Stay dry.